So my brothers and sisters, in the last couple of months in the United States, the country has been struggling with how to imagine immigration. That has been really a very big topic in this country. And there's been efforts to regulate the people who are coming in and also to move those with no papers to some other places. However, it has also come to the awareness of a section of policymakers that the country relies heavily on labor whose immigration status is irregular. That's just a reality that is kind of like also hitting home. For example, the hospitality industry, the construction industry, and the agricultural sector are such areas that are labor intensive and require a lot of hands-on type of people. So I lived in California for 2 years as a graduate student. Think of the vineyards in the Napa Valley and in Sonoma in California with hectares and hectares of ripe grapes and strawberries with no one to pick them. There's no one to pick them. Imagine everything just rotting and just going to waste, and the economic losses to the farmers who have invested so much in all these expensive vineyards and also the wineries that are in that place. Just think about how much this would be. So today in our gospel, Jesus uses an agricultural farming image to speak to us about matters that are also spiritual. And he says, the harvest is so abundant, it's so big, but the laborers are just so few here. And ask the master of the owner of the garden to send as many laborers in his vineyard. So here we can also be able to think of the thousands and thousands of people with no one to reach out to them with the gospel, with no one to spiritually to tend to them. Figuratively speaking, think of the souls that are ripe, but there is no one to pick them. They are just spiritually rotting because there are no spiritual laborers really to take care of business. The Lord, who is the owner of the vineyard in our gospel today, cannot just simply stand to witness or imagine the spiritual loss that is going to see if nobody really is available to help him with the taking care of the people that need the help. He makes his need known and appeals to each one of us who is gathered here today to pray that more laborers can be gotten to tend to his vineyard. Basically, we're speaking of the work of evangelization. We live in a time, especially here in the Western world, where the church is struggling so much to get vocations to the priesthood, vocations to religious life, or simply to get some people, lay people, to sign up for some kind of ministry within the church. There are a lot of people who are searching for meaning and searching for purpose in their life, and they are asking existential questions. There are people who are shackled in some ways, and they're looking for people that can be able to help them, to lead them towards the light. But those numbers are few nowadays. Not a lot of people are signing up to do ministry as lay people, as religious or priests and nuns and things like that. So what we have here, the Lord again is saying, I have so much to harvest, but I have very few people that can be able to help me. The harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few, and our Lord is looking for more laborers. The work of evangelization is one to which each one of us who is baptized is called to. Each one of us, just by the dint of our baptism, we've all been called. You may not be a priest or a nun by the virtue of your baptism. You've also been called and also been sent to further the gospel. You may not have any theological training of any kind, but you too can make a financial gift, as others have done over the years, to contribute to the planting of the gospel and helping the extension of it to those who need to hear it. You may not have good health, but you can also be able to share the gospel through the good example of your life to those who are near you. You may not be a good public speaker, but you can also be the kind that encourages your family members to pray together or to go together to the church. There are a variety of ways that we can also be missionaries and be able to share Christ with others. There are different levels of us working in the vineyard of the Lord. It does not need to be all the other formal ones that we have. Maybe others also just simply sing and lead a song that can be able to touch people and move them towards the light or towards Christ. Today, as we go about our day, it may be a good day for us to ask ourselves, in what small ways can I become more missionary? It can be a good way that we can ask ourselves, in what small ways can I persistently pray and support vocations and to religious life, but also praying that many people can be able to sign up for any kind of service in the church. Again, we're being reminded the harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. And may we use this Mass today to ask the Master of the harvest to send out as many laborers for his harvest. Amen.